What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about my go-to shotgun shell and choke combo for duck hunting. And we're getting started right now. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and like I said, today we're going to be talking about my go-to shotgun shell and choke tube combination for duck hunting. Now, in seasons past, I have always shot the Kicks High Flyer choke tubes. I have those in the modified and the full, and I like them. I always have. I've always put a lot of trust and stock into the Kicks High Flyer chokes, but this past season, about halfway through the season, I decided that I wanted to experiment with a different choke tube and a shell combination. Now, I've been shooting the Kent Fast Steel 2.0s in a number 2 shot in a 3-inch with a 1 1/4 ounces of shot. So I decided to experiment with the Boss shot shells, and the ones I chose was the Boss number 3 and 5 combo load 3-inch shell with 1.5 ounces of shot. And when I bought the shells, I also got a different choke tube, and I went with the Carlson's Cremator mid-range. Now, I like the mid-range just because it's kind of a one-size-fits-all. It works well in the timber, it'll work well in a field, it'll work well in a marsh. It's pretty much anywhere. It covers all the bases. Now, they also have a long range or extended range, something like that, but that really didn't interest me. I just wanted the mid-range because it's a one-size-fits-all. And let me tell you, the Boss shot shells with a number 3 and 5 combo load paired with the Carlson Cremator is a deadly, deadly combination. And I say that because the proof is in the pudding. Before I switched to the Carlsons and the Bosses, I was shooting the Kicks High Flyer modified with the Kent Fast Steel 2.0s. And I was killing ducks, but I would have a lot of cleanup shots after the initial kill shot, and nobody wants that. I mean, that's to me, that's just wasted shells. There's no other better way to describe it. That's just waste. That's shells you shouldn't have had to have used on a cripple. So nobody wants cripples. But what I noticed was when I swapped to the Boss and the Carlsons, I didn't have those cleanup shots. I mean, it was a one and done. Pull the trigger. If your lead is right, he's dead. It ain't no cleanup shots. There's no cripples, none of that. So my kill ratio went up, my cripple ratio went down, and that is a big plus for me. Now, like I said, I went with the Boss number 3 and 5 combo load. If I were to change, I would probably go to the number 4s. You know, that's kind of, that's halfway. That's in the middle between the 3 and 5. But I think I'm probably just going to stick with the 3 and 5 combo load, because I like the idea of the number 3, which is a bigger pellet, and I like the idea of the number 5 being in there because it's smaller, so you get more of it. And I think that had a lot to do with cleaner kills and less cripples, is having more shot and a larger shot. You have a mix of both. Now, the only thing I really don't like about the Boss shot shells is they come in boxes of 20. Which a lot of your business loads do. Some of them come only in 10, kind of like your tungsten loads. Some of them only come in 10. But it's not a deal breaker because I didn't shoot as many shells with the Boss as I did with the Kent. So it's really not that big of a deal with me. But you can buy these by the box, or you can buy them by the case. I didn't buy them by the case. I preferred to buy them by the box, because if you buy them by the case, they just come in a sack and they send you one empty box. Now, I like to just carry a couple of boxes at a time, depending on where I'm hunting. Some places you're only allowed to take 1 box of shells, or sometimes even less than a box of shells. So I just prefer to buy them individually by the box, whether I buy 3 or 4 at a time, or whatever it may be. But I stay away from the case because I don't have to fool with that bag. I like the idea of having them in the box. But the Carlson choke. Now it's a lot shorter than the Kicks High Flyer. The Kicks High Flyer, what it sticks out, the extended portion that sticks out outside the barrel is a little bit longer than the Carlson. I like how it's shorter. At first I didn't think I liked it, but I do like it. The more I shot it, the more I got to see the results I was getting with this paired with the ball shells. I really like the Carlson choke. The Carlson Cremator choke tube is available in mid-range and long range, and it also is available in ported and non-ported. I went with the ported choke tube because I've always shot aftermarket extended choke tubes that were ported. I just like a ported choke. But if you're thinking about changing your choke tube and shot shell combination for this upcoming season, I highly recommend you experimenting with the Carlson Cremator and the ball shot shells. Now, like I said, I shoot the 3 and 5 combo. You may want to go with the number 3, the number 2, maybe a number 4, or just straight number 5. They're all good shells. I know a guy personally who was shooting the number 4s, and he was smashing geese with them. Snow geese, Canadians. I mean, so it's really not that big a deal. The bismuth has got so much punch on impact, it really doesn't matter which shot size you go with. I like the 3 and 5 combo for ducks. I think it's a perfect load for them. It's perfect for teal. It's perfect for mallards, snow geese, Canadians. You can do pretty much whatever you want to with that load. So that's my go-to shotgun shell and choke combo. I hope this helps you out. If you haven't experimented with any aftermarket choke tubes, I strongly encourage you that you consider the Carlson Cremator, and I want you to take consideration and try the ball shot shells this upcoming season and compare it to the Carlson Cremator if you go that route, because I'm telling you, it's a deadly, deadly combination. And that's all I've got for you this week, guys. So until next time, y'all bust them up.